Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillahi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man tabi'ahu bi ihsani ila yawmiddin amma ba'd. We give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we beseech His mercy and blessing upon His noble Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, His household, His companions, and all those who follow His footpath till the day of judgment. Now, نرحب بكم إلى هذه الجلسة. We welcome you all to this sitting, which is another segment of our 3-day program or 3-day class on common mistakes made by Qur'an readers. And in the previous class, we've already learned about how to pronounce the Huruf al-Hijaa, the Arabic alphabets, correctly, the correct pronunciation for each of those letters. We've already learned that in the earlier class. But in this class, in this video, I'm going to teach us where exactly are those letters coming from. Because when we know exactly the roots of those letters, we know exactly how they are pronounced, and we know exactly why they are being pronounced like that. Okay, and for example, sometimes when we say ha, should be pronounced ha, and also we have ha, we may think, why is one pronounced like ha and the other like ha? Why? So in this class, that's what we're going to explain in this class. Okay, just keep watching and you keep following, and even you can be with your jotter in order for you to jot what we're teaching you here. Okay, now, and what we'll be teaching here today is what Makhārijul-Huruuf, the outlets of each of those Arabic alphabets. The outlets of each of those Arabic alphabets, because we're not just pronouncing each of those letters anyhow we like. We should all pronounce it according to how the scholars of Tajweed, how they postulated it, and how they told us that each of those letters should be pronounced. For example, this is a human mouth. This is a human mouth. We can see this is a jaw, this is the upper jaw, this is the throat, and this is the neck. Okay, and all the 28 alphabets are distributed in all these areas, from the mouth still to the what? To the neck. Okay, and this is what we'll be teaching. The extreme end is the jaw, and jaw. That's our neck. A jaw is called neck. And in the neck, 3 letters are coming out from the neck, which is alif, waw, and ya. But those letters are what? Huruf al-mad. They are the letters of mad, of elongation. So those are the Huruf al-mad. And what is the letters of elongation? When we see alif, there are sukun, and before it we see fatha. And when we see waw, there are sukun, and before we see what? Dhamma. And when we see ya, there are sukun, and before we see kasr. Those are the what? Huruf al-hijaa, or the afwan. Those are the Huruf al-mad, the letters of elongation. Then the next to it, on top of it, is what? The AL-HALÂL, the extreme end of the throat. And therein we have Hamza and Ha. Hamza. You can just put your hand beneath your throat, that is at the extreme end of your throat here. Hamza. You'll be seeing a sort of vibration over there. Then Ha. So that is where Ha is coming from. So when someone wants to pronounce this letter, which is Ha, and the person just say like ah or ha, no, that's not where ha is coming from. It should be ha is coming from the extreme end of the throat. And also the next one is what? The wasatul halq, the middle of our throat. And which letter is coming from there is ayn, and what? Ha, the ayn. Here, the middle of our throat here should be ayn. You should be feeling it here. If you are not feeling it, that means automatically you're not pronouncing ayn correctly. So it should be ayn, then what? ha, ha, ha. Your ha should be coming from here while breathing out. Ha, ain. Then upper on top of it we have what? Ordinary halq. We have the top, the tip of the throat, and the letter coming from there is what? Roin and ho. Roin, yeah, ro. So you should be hearing your roin from here. Roin, then ho. As I'm touching, I'm feeling the vibration. But when you are feeling, for example, you are feeling just ear or ear or ear, that means you're not pronouncing each of those letters correctly. You should be roin, then what? Ho. Then let's move up a little bit, and this is what? Axol lisan. This axol lisan. That is the extreme end of our tongue. You know our tongue is Allahu Akbar. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the best of creator, He created us perfectly. That is this, our tongue. You see, this is our tongue. So the tongue goes inside, and the tongue is very long. So the tongue is very long. Those who do biology, or the doctors, or those in the medical line, they should know about this better. Our tongue is very long. So the extreme end of our tongue is what? The letter that comes from there is what? Is off. That's why here it should be off. You should feel your off here. Off. Then on top of it, a bit on top of it, even though still under axol lisan, the extreme end of the tongue is what? Cap. Hope you're hearing that sound. Cap. Then on top of it, we have what? Wasatul lisan. We have the middle of our tongue. And from there, we have shin. We have what? Jim. Then ya. That is the ya that is not that of maddu. Don't forget, a ya is here, which is the letters of maddu. While a ya is there, which is not the letters of maddu. So they differ. So this is ya. Then on top of it, we have what? We have hafatul lisan. That is the tip. That is towards the beginning of the tongue. And we have dod. When you want to pronounce dod, you will use the side of your tongue to touch your upper molar. It will be dod. If you use this side, dod. Or when you use this side, it should be what? Dod. I hope you get that. Dod. And the next is what? Lam. This is lam. Use the front part of your tongue to pronounce lam. And also noon. As you are pronouncing, you should be feeling it. Noon. Then the next one is what? Raw is somehow closer to the beginning of our tongue. Raw. And after that is what? The outer part of our tongue here. So it should be touching the inner side of our incisor. So it should be dal. I hope you get that. Dal. Then po. Then ta. I hope you get that. Dal, po, then ta, like that. Then the next one after it is the incisor here, the tip of the incisor. And when you want to pronounce that letter that are coming out from there, you should use the tip of your tongue, like val. It should be val. Then tha. I hope you can see me. Tha. Then what? To. So that's how to pronounce those three letters. Just know that all these three letters are coming from the same place, but with the different pronunciation. Okay. Then the next one is, let's come here, is Ashafatul Sufla. That is the lower lips. The letter coming from there is what? Is ba, mim, wow. Ba, mim, wow. In conjunction with the upper lip. That is, for example, wow. wow. You use the two lips. Wow. Mim. Then ba. When you want to pronounce those three letters, you use the two lips in pronouncing them. But for the when you want to pronounce fa, it should be the lower lips only. It should be fa. I hope you can see it. Your teeth and your lower lip, it should be fa, and not foul. Don't forget, it's not foul, it's fa. Then the next is the upper lip, and there are some letters which come out from there. And on top of the upper lip, we have the khoishum, the nostril, that is inside our nose. So this is called the khoishum. So, and there are two letters coming from there is the nun, that is nun shaddada, a nun that has shadda. For example, inna ladhina amanu in. So the ghunna you are hearing, the nasalization you are hearing is coming from what? A nostril, from the khoishum, and also mim. So, and also a nun that is mudgumatan, that is a nun that is good, that has gunna, or a nun that has what? Ikhfa, that has the ruling of ikhfa, which is tajweed, which is according to tajweed. Inshallah, and next class should be on that. And likewise a mim that has shadda, a mim that has gunna, and a mim that has ikhfa applied on it. They all are coming from here, from our nostril. So from there we know how to pronounce each of those sounds. Oh, we get that. And all these are like theory. What is not a must, you know how to, all of this diagram, or you know how or where exactly each of those letters is coming from. Is not a must for the masses, but for students of knowledge is very preferable for them to know it. But we should know it practically. We may not know it theoretically, that okay, where is ha coming from? I don't know where ha is coming from, but I know when you want to pronounce ha, it should be what? Ha. You should breathe out. So we should know it practically, compulsory upon us, the masses, the awam, everything, the tulab, the ilm, the students of knowledge, and so on and so forth. We should know the practical aspect of it. When you want to pronounce ha, it should be ha, ain, not ain. Then kho, not ka or el. Then of, not kaf. Then sword, then shin, then sin, then and so on and so forth. We should know all those letters, how they are being pronounced properly. Okay, and after knowing that, that's what will lead us to a proper pronunciation of the Quran, which will lead us to and we would be able to apply that verse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Muzammil that وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا, that is, do the tiltil of the Quran, read Quran with gentleness. You read it according to how it was revealed to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But without knowing this, you can never know how to pronounce each of those letters. Okay, and for example, someone wants to read Surah Al-Kawthar. Knowing this will tell you that when you want to pronounce read Surah Al-Kawthar, it should be أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر. Okay, I hope you hear how I pronounce mine. It shouldn't be hinna, hin. When you say hin, that means you didn't know where exactly each of those letters have been pronounced. The inna, I do gunna. Gunna is coming from khoishum. I hope you get that. Then because what is there is what? Hamza first, then ain. Alif hamza fatha then ain sukun I hope you get that. Then don't forget, you should know where to is coming from. To, and it shouldn't be inna. You are making an error, okay? So all these things are what we should apply when reading the Quran. For example, want to read Surah Al-Ikhlas also. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwallahu ahad. Because we have what? Alif Hamza Fatiha, then ha follows. Ahad. Okay? Qul huwallahu ahad. Hope you get that. So these are what we all should know in order for us to not to make mistake while reading the Quran, so that we won't be reading the Quran likewise sinning. But then you have to be lying in that. Inshallah, we're going to stop here. And if you have any comments or any suggestion or anything to say, you can say that in the comment section. Okay. هذا الله سبحانه وتعالى أعلى وأعلم وصلى اللهم وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الحلال بين والحرام بين